don't need roads, all we need are signs. Light the shadow of hidden boughs, illuminate the vine. Saudade Mangata, forever. Saudade.
What might have been is an abstraction, remaining a perpetual possibility, only in a world of speculation.
Where we've traveled a path of gold, in between the lines, twisting meadow, painted road, decorate sights.
wanted to take a moment and kind of talk a little bit about the words that I'm using in the chorus. They are not super common words to the English language because they're not English words. The first word, saudade. It's not like that. I think I'm putting too much emphasis on the G, but saudade. There we go. I think I said it correctly that time. And then there's also saudade, which is the more English speaking way of saying it. This is a really interesting word, and it has a lot of personal meaning. I think everyone on some level is probably acquainted with the concepts of saudade. But the thing that's really cool about the word is that it has like a multitude of connotations and implications, and it's not all super simple. It's pretty complex. So it's almost like a word that a word that doesn't have a description almost. It's kind of like a word that is beyond words. So I really like these little hidden things in language that are like that have like a lot of meaning, a lot of depth. And the gist of the word, it's connected to like a nostalgic longing for a person or a place or a concept or a feeling or a scenario. There's a lot of weight behind it, a lot of things that it could potentially mean and represent for people. I'm gonna stop light. And the other word that I'm using in the chorus is actually a Swedish word, and it's pretty much, there's no actual like super correct pronunciation. But it's very much just like it sounds. It's just Mangata, and what Mangata means is like roughly moon road. But it's a little deeper than that. It's one of those words that also has a little bit of depth to it, and it's not totally as simple as that. So like if you look at the Wikipedia entry for Mangata, it kind of shows this picture of a moon reflecting on the surface of the water, and when the moon does that on the ocean, for instance, a lot of times it creates this it's like a path, which is very reminiscent of the yellow brick road in a lot of ways. So I liked this idea of these two, kind of frothy words. I don't know if frothy is the right description, but they're just kind of funky words, and I like how they go. I like the way they sound together. I like the way they feel together, and they kind of have when you put them together, it kind of creates a picture and a little bit of depth. It gives it a more of a spiritual, almost vibe, and I think for me, what that vibe represents is an idea that maybe it's like a hope. The thing about hope, the thing about faith, is that these are a lot of times hope and faith are stories that we tell ourselves to bring some meaning and some purpose into, and some flavor and some depth and breadth into our life. And I like the idea and the story that if we look hard enough, maybe we can find that path that leads us to home. And I'm not talking about going back to when you were a kid, although that's a part of it. It's like life is like a series of small cuts along the way that take little pieces. You lose little pieces, little things along the way, little moments, and those moments don't come back. And it's weird, like when you're in those moments when you're really young, you think those moments are going to go on and on and on, and you think that you think life will always be as it is in that little snapshot that you're existing in. But the truth of it is that life is a series of moments and a series of losses. So this idea of Saudade Mangata or Saudade Mangata is that, maybe somewhere along the way, somehow, some way, we're going to find that yellow brick road, and there's no place like home. It's all going to come back. And there are even people, involved in the creation of this music that have spurred familiar feelings for me that have opened up this whole kind of internal dialogue about what if, what if there is a time before the time that we're in, and what if, so it's like those pieces are also lost, along the way, and so that kind of goes into the song about sometimes I get the feeling we're lost in time because it starts to feel that way. the more connections you make in life with people, and maybe you lose certain people, and they carry a special meaning for you, or just it's kind of hard to even put into words what I'm describing, but I hope I've done at least a subpar job of giving you a little more of a picture of what this means, what this music means to me. So this is actually, I'm loosely calling this the title track to a concept album that I'm working on in 2021. So I appreciate your time, your listening here. My brain goes to some interesting places. Certainly not unique. I'm sure I'm not the only person that has these kind of thoughts, but I think as we go through this journey, we have to sometimes be a little creative with the stories that we write and tell ourselves and present to the world, and ultimately my only hope with this kind of stuff is to have a medium for that kind of self-expression, but also to put some love out there, and to put maybe some other people are struggling with finding the words to capture some of the loss that they feel in their life, and so maybe this can be helpful for someone.